Thank you, Justine. Cheers, Joe. Stay online. Can you tell me how much a new fountain pen is on Friday? I'm also looking for a kitchen clock. I don't want one I have to alter. I want it to be, you know, it alters itself on long wave. Thanks. Long wave. Today, Wednesday, 21st of November 2018. Steve Wright in the afternoon, live till 5. Hello.
Steve Wright in the afternoon. Now playing everywhere.
Things that make you go, I was in the crib, sitting by the fireplace, drinking cocoa on the bearskin rug. Doorbell rang, who could it be? Thought to myself, then started to shrug. Got to the door, ding dong, who is it? My girl's best friend had paid me a visit. Fly as can be, tight dress and all. She knew that I was faithful and really didn't have to go. I tried to chill, she made the move. Now I know my girlfriend wouldn't approve. I didn't realize my girl was setting me up. Yo, my girlfriend didn't trust me, no. Yup, but she lost control. I wouldn't take the bait. I said, chill, baby, baby, chill, baby, baby, wait. My girl bust in, caught us creating the boom. She said, girlfriend, things that make you things that make you go things that make you go yeah. Things that make you the things that make you go Here's how it started, just an example of how another brother can trample, ruin your life, sleep with your wife, watch your behind. There was a friend of mine named Jay, would come over late at night to say, hey, I watch your fight, I thought it was alright. Cause me and Jay, we were really, really tight. So damn close, we had the same blood type. Months went by and my wife got big. We were having a child and I got another kid. So I let Jay move in the crib and chill. He had his own room and helped pay the bills. The time had come for baby dolls to conceive. It looked like Jay and I couldn't believe. Before my eyes in the delivery room. Things that make you things that make you go things that make you go yeah. Things that make you things that make you go the things that make you go Robbie Rob, break it down. Give it to me, 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 give it to me. 17 and I was having a ball. 11th grade and yo, I knew it all. I fell in love for the very first time with this girl. She really blew my mind. Innocence and a whole lot of class. Style that could give you whiplash. We said hello and my heartbeat stopped. She was the world and I was on top. Time went by, she filled my universe. We made love, she said I was the first. My boy kept telling me, yo, I don't know. I think your girl's been playing tic-tac-toe. I'll ask my girl, I know she only loves me. Wasn't I the one who took your virginity? The look on her face read sorrow and gloom, she said. Yeah, why you guys always ask things to make you
That's great.
to make you go
I was on YouTube. You know how you go on YouTube and you look for a tune, and then just below are kind of similar artists, similar tunes. That's where I found this. CNC Music Factory, things that make you go,
Hey ladies,
I thought I'll have some of that, play that on the air. How you doing then? Good afternoon, Wednesday afternoon. That means that tomorrow's Thursday and then it's Friday. Friday, Serious Jockin' and Black Friday.
To be free, to the bedroom, he says his head hurts. You're only making love in radical spurts.
Meanwhile today, once again, it's not the brightest day I've ever seen in my life, or the warmest.
Wait, he could be cheating on me. I wonder who bought him those keys.
We could do hands up for tracking your family tree. Why not? That might be a thing to do. Something you've always wanted to do. All right, what else? Thank you. Hands up for Noel Edmonds going into I'm a Celeb tonight, 9 p.m. Noel Edmonds, everybody. And hands up for the night before Thanksgiving. Could be a turkey.
lost in the way you move, the way you feel. One kiss is all it takes. Falling in love with me. Possibilities. I look like all you need. One kiss is all it takes. Falling in love with me. Possibilities. I look like all you need.
Excuse me. If you need a shout out, you can email steve.wright@bbc.co.uk. That's steve.wright@bbc.co.uk. You can text 88291 or tweet us at BBC Radio 2. Yes, what is it?
This is Mr. Bennett. You can email the big show, steve.wright@bbc.co.uk. You might like to text 88291 or tweet him at BBC Radio 2.
It's very modern.
Very modern.
Thank you.
Allow me to present this website again. Oh, my goodness. There's a pigeon in the room. Call me. We'll do a feature on it. Oh, it's left something on my shoulder.
Save the world today. It's Eurythmics. If you need a shout-out, you can email steve.wright@bbc.co.uk, text 88291 and tweet us at BBC Radio 2. As ever, love to hear from you.
It's the President.
They said to me, Mr. President, do you know any political jokes? I said, well, there's me. That's humour, moron.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Back to you.
Okay.
Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Graham Norton, that's my name, don't wear it out.
Saturday mornings on BBC Radio 2.
People have been in touch. My mom and myself are sitting drinking coffee after a night of Christmas crafting. Lovely. This is core Radio 2, ladies and gentlemen. I woke up with a cold. Oh, not after your Christmas crafting. Were you whittling outside? Is that what it was? Could be. My mom is the master pom-pom. Like, oh, it was pom-poms they were making. That's Radio 2 in an email right there.
Saturday mornings from 10.
This week, my guests will be astronaut Tim Peake, Angela Rippon and Elaine Page, plus Boy George on BBC Radio 2.
Good lineup, thank you. Cold and windy with lots of showers, the best of any sunshine across the southeast. High temperature 8, that's in Swanage. Overnight low of -2 in Stratford-upon-Avon. Tonight a cold and wet night for most places with widespread frost and freezing fog patches.
Picture perfect memories scattered all around the floor. Reaching for the phone 'cause I can't fight it anymore. And I wonder if I ever cross your mind. For me it happens all the time. It's a 1:15. I'm all alone and I need you now. Said I wouldn't call but I lost all control and I need you now. And I don't know how I can do without. I just need you
Another shot of whiskey, can't stop looking at the door. Wishing you come sweeping in the way you did before.
and I wonder if I ever cross your mind.
For me it happens all the time.
It's a 1:15. I'm a little drunk and I need you now. Said I wouldn't call but I lost all control and I need you now. And I don't know how I can do without. I just need you Guess I'd rather hurt than feel nothing at all. It's a 1:15. I'm all alone and I need you now.
And I said I wouldn't call, but I'm a little drunk and I need you now.
And I don't know how I can do.
It's something we're noticing at the moment. Christmas lights, adverts and mince pies have come around early. But we don't mind them really because we need the cheer up, don't we? There's Lady Antebellum and Need You Now. Big show on Radio 2. Sunset tonight, Aberdeen at 3:45. That's insane. 3:45? 3:45? What are you talking about? Merthyr Tydfil 4:16, Birmingham 4:07, and in Poole it's 4:14. Right, let's see what's occurring then. So think about Jeff Kinney on, Diary of a Wimpy Kid author, and Brian Cox, the prof. He's got a new arena tour. He's touring every planet. Simon Sebag Montefiore with his book Letters That Changed the World. And soon, David Harper and James Braxton from the Antiques Road Trip. They're the experts on there. Plus Tim Smith, Janie Lee Grace, Bobby Pryor, Justine Green.
Justine Green, the greatest news operative of all time.
That's absolutely correct. How did you know? And Shabnam Yunus-Jewel with the sport. And the non-stop oldies chosen by Nick Beale from Dereham in Norfolk.
Steve Wright in the afternoon. Great
Listen, even if we fell out, don't worry about it. I'll be around. Detroit Spinners, the Spinners, I'll be around. We got 4, no we haven't, we got 24 after 2. Shout out to Michael Graham from Newcastle driving down to Slough with pals Chris Finch and Tim Canterbury on way to see Yaz Tribute. Keep the tunes going, I will. Righty, can you give a shout out to my fellow cost modelers, Bob and Carolyn, working hard at Uphaven. Many thanks from Dawn Gentle. And Stephen T, and give a shout out. Your show is keeping me going whilst I clean my elderly mum's house. Then it's back home to do mine. Your show keeps me singing along and working there. Sharon in Kent. Thank you, Sharon. Here's Rag and Bone Man now on Radio 2. It's Human.
Maybe I'm foolish, or maybe I'm blind, thinking I can see through this and see what's behind. Got no way to prove it, so maybe I'm lying. But I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put your blame on me. Don't put your blame on me. Take a look in the mirror, and what do you see? Do you see it clearer, or are you deceived in what you believe? 'Cause I'm only human after all, and you're only human after all. Don't put the blame on me. Don't Don't put your blame on me. Some people got the real problems. Some people out of love. Some people think I can solve them. But Lord heavens above, I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put the blame on me. Don't put the blame on me. Don't ask my opinion, don't ask me to lie. Then beg for forgiveness for making you cry. For making you cry. 'Cause I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put your blame on me. Don't put the blame on me. Oh, some people got the real problem. Some people out of love. Some people think I can solve them. But Lord heavens above, I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put the blame on me. Don't put the blame on me. I'm only human. I made mistakes. I'm only human. It's all it takes to put the blame on me. Don't put the blame on me. 'Cause I'm no prophet or Messiah. You should go looking somewhere higher. I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put the blame on me. Don't put the blame on me. I'm only human. I do what I can. I'm just a man. I do what I can. Don't put the blame on me.
Don't put the
your
blame on me.
Go! Music, please.
This is Radio 2's Sounds of the 80s.
With Gary Davis.
Don't you want me? Wanna get back in time? Tell me now, how should I feel? Relax, don't you rest. We'll give it a shot. Would be so nice. Get a chance at my love.
The finest mix of classics and gems.
Sounds of the 80s with Gary Davis.
Listen this Friday night from 10.
Will do, Gary.
Hi, this is Noel Fielding from Bake Off. Let's take a look at your showstopper, if we may. Hang on. Hi, this is Noel Fielding from Bake Off. Let's take a look at your showstopper, if we may. What do you think, Prue?
Very good.
I'm lost without you.
Sounded like Jeremy Vine.
I just feel crushed without you.
Or something very similar.
'Cause I've been strong for so long. I never thought how much I needed you. I think I'm lost without you. Strangers rushing past, just trying to get home. You are the only safe haven that I've known.
watching you go. You said I wanna see the world, and I said
Lost Without You. We absolutely adore that. Freya Ridings. Beautiful.
This is Jeremy Vine. Hi, Tim.
Hi, Jeremy.
Hi, Bobby.
Hi, Jeremy.
Now, I can't talk at the moment. I'm just breaking into this glass factory. That's got it. Great show. Talk later.
there are days I wake up and I pinch myself. You're with me, not someone else. And I'm scared, yeah, I'm still scared. That is all a dream. 'Cause you still look perfect as days go by. Even the worst ones, you make me smile. I'd stop the world if it gave us time. 'Cause when you love someone, you open up your heart. When you love someone, you make room. If you love someone and you're not afraid to lose them, you probably never loved someone like I do. You probably never loved someone like I do. When you say you love the way I make you feel, everything becomes so real. Don't be scared, no, don't be scared. 'Cause you're all I need. And you still look perfect as days go by. Even the worst ones, you make me smile. I'd stop the world if it gave us time. 'Cause when you love someone, you open up your heart. When you love someone, you make room. If you love someone and you're not afraid to lose them, you probably never loved someone like I do. You probably never loved someone like I do.
Lucas Graham, Love Someone. You can email steve.wright@bbc.co.uk, text 88291 and tweet us at BBC Radio 2. Can you say happy birthday to Janine Garay? She is 50 today but doesn't look a day over 49. We're big fans of the big show and have been forever. We'll be in the car driving back to London from a well-deserved short birthday break in the Cotswolds between 2 and 3, so we're just on time here. That's from hubby Mark and kids Ella and Danielle. And now I'd like to bring on, if I may, two people that by the end of this week are making a return to television fame. They're very famous on radio, but they're making a happy return, a very welcome return. No, they're not going into the jungle. No, they're not. They're going to be on an antique show. When I say an antique show, I don't mean like a very old show.
No, of course not, no. Steady on. You know, you're going to need to start backpedaling very soon, aren't you?
Yeah, I think you're right, actually,
you
Jenny.
were going to say they're going to be big, and I'm thinking, yeah, well, TV does put £10 on you, so I am not looking. I'm going to watch myself behind a cushion.
Actually, you look great on it, and you look all right. What you got then over there?
If someone says you're Plutoed, it means that you've denoted something or you've devalued it, and that's in honour of Pluto not being in the solar system because Pluto's not really a full-time planet.
Oh.
So if I Pluto you, I've devalued you.
I'll mention it to Brian Cox later then. What you got?
The first ever philosopher to write on a typewriter was Friedrich Nietzsche. He's your favourite philosopher, isn't he?
Oh, I like Nietzsche. He's very nice. He's a good old thinker. Back to you, Janie.
If each of the UK's 10 million office workers used one less staple a day, 120 tonnes of steel would be saved every year.
Wow. Ladles are older than spoons.
Factoids.
Radio 2 Record of the Week, they say. It's A Million Dreams. From our old friend Pink. We love her.
I close my eyes and I I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care if they call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. See, I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I
From The Greatest Showman, there's Pink's version, A Million Dreams.
Steve Wright in the afternoon. BBC Radio 2.
Steve Wright in the afternoon.
The Big Show.
So a little later on, Jeff Kinney, the Diary of a Wimpy Kid author. There's Professor Brian Cox. Prof, he's got a big new arena tour. Yeah, I know, like a rock star. Simon Sebag Montefiore with his book written in history, Letters That Changed the World. And in a moment, in about 5 or 10 minutes' time, we'll talk to David Harper and James Braxton, the Antiques road trip experts. And just very quickly, in one sentence, Tim, tell me who they are.
They are two antiques experts who know their stuff. One of them paired up with me, one of them paired up with Janie, and they guided us around the Cotswolds when we had to go and buy these antiques for the Celebrity Antiques Road Trip.
Because you're in the TV show, which goes out on Friday.
That's correct, yeah.
Lovely. Thank you very much for explaining that. You're very good at this work. The World Fisheries Day, World TV Day, and World Hello Day. Also, the Global Geothermal Energy Summit is on in Amsterdam, and it's the Air Quality and Emissions Show in Telford. The Occupational Therapy Trade Show and Conference is happening right now in Birmingham. And the Shared Ownership and Property Management Show is on in Porte de Versailles in France. Some of the glitzy award events happening in London tonight include the Concrete Society Awards. That's for all in the concrete industry.
Cool, I bet that's a good night.
It is a great night.
No,
Yeah,
seriously,
no,
I
I'm
bet
serious.
it is, yeah.
The Construction News Talent Awards and the Local Media Works Awards. I'd rather go to the first two, to be honest.
The concrete one is up for me, yeah.
Chrissy Hine will be talking about her artwork at the Royal Academy of Arts tonight at 6:30. She's brilliant, Chrissy Hine. Films out today include The Girl in the Spider's Web, starring Claire Foy.
Take your child and leave. He won't hurt you again.
She's good. And Alex James.
I've always loved the stuff, and people used to throw it at me when I was playing with Blur, and used to present it to me in hotel lobbies and send it in the post. And I just think whenever you love something, you've got to really hang on to it, even when it makes
Now,
you
what
look
else
ridiculous.
going on? I don't know if you know of the top broadcaster Steve Penk. Do you know of him?
I do know of him, yes.
He's my friend and he's a colleague of ours. He used to work on commercial radio. Well, still does in a way because he runs a station. But he worked in commercial radio on various breakfast shows. He's a fine broadcaster. podcaster, does the wind-ups and what have you on various podcasts.
Yeah, of course, famous for his phone calls, wasn't he, originally?
Absolutely. Now he's done this show for Radio 4 Extra, which was on the other day, and it's right now on the BBC Sounds app and on the radio iPlayer also. It's called Steve Pank's Radio Nightmares, and what it is bloopers.
Oh, right. Is my Radio Oxford show in that? Because occasionally that is a nightmare.
Too much to use.
Right, maybe we'll have better news on the weather front.
The Essex County weather. Mist or potty fag with drizzle at times could persist throughout the day, but it could brighten up for a time in some places later today.
The weather forecast staying mostly cloudy this evening and tonight. Most places will be dry, but with some drizzle and hill fog patches may occur overnight and at first tomorrow.
Cars on elevated sections of the motorway might be buffeted by 50-mile-an-hour 50-mile-an-hour winds.
That's brilliant.
This is Steve Pank's Radio Nightmares on BBC Radio 4 Extra on a final lap of radio's funniest and remarkable bloopers, such as this batch taken from interviews from all over the world.
I was just thinking, Nikki, comparing the two cities, how does Milan strike you?
Milan? Oh, I'm in Athens.
John Cooper Clarke, you come from Manchester.
Nicky Campbell, yeah.
Oh, dear.
We're going to try to break a world record when the Elephant Fair is in St. Germans in August.
And what is this world record?
Well, I've been in touch with the BBC. It's the most cars washed in a certain time limit.
Wow. Most clothes?
No, cars.
Cars?
Washing cars.
What are cars?
Cows?
Yeah.
Well, what are
Oh,
cars?
it's cars.
Well, there's things on four wheels that you drive on the roads.
That's fantastic. Steve Pank's Radio Nightmares. Catch it on the old BBC Sounds and on the iPlayer and anywhere else you get your podcasts.
Yeah, we've all been there, haven't we?
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, we certainly have. Here's Janie.
Many things become more difficult as we age, it says here in this report, including, it seems, the ability to tell fibs. A study's found now that people over 60, when they are tempted to tell a white lie, maybe it's something like they're going to sneak out to play golf, Tim, or whether they like someone's dress. Oh, do you look good in that? They find it much harder work, and this is because they're worse than younger people at remembering their lies, and that makes it more likely they're going to be caught out. What a bizarre study. This is done by US researchers, and they've compared the lying ability of younger people with that of older people. And what they've basically said, they asked the older people simple things such as having used a fork at lunchtime or pressing the snooze button on their alarm. So really simple things.
Yes.
And they were less able to remember the truth when they were tested again.
That's terrible.
So what they're saying is lying is more confusing for older people because their mental efforts to keep their story straight aren't as effective.
First
So
of
you
all,
confuse yourself.
Janie, first of all, people over 60 or even people over 50
would never
are not,
lie.
No, are not old.
Oh, I thought you were going to say would never
they are
tell a
not
fib
old,
anyway.
And I don't think it's to do with age. I think it's to do with character.
Of course it's to do with character, yeah, and I think we're all a little bit, well, if I can get away with it, I might tell a little white lie, as long as I don't upset anybody.
Well, you hardly ever do. OK, birthdays today, then. Extra birthdays. Goldie Hawn.
Yeah, she's a fabulous actress and just lights up the room when she walks in, doesn't she?
She really does.
She's amazing. I love interviewing Goldie.
And also a fine acting daughter as well. Harpo Marx?
One of the Marx brothers.
Which one was he?
Was he the one with the horn? Was he the one that couldn't speak or didn't speak?
Yeah, he played the harp.
Yeah, of course he did.
Played the harp.
He played the harp but didn't speak.
Yeah. And also Voltaire, French philosopher, born this day 1694. That's way past 5 o'clock. Look, you're on the big show.
I'm popping, gate crashing, light flashing, fence hopping low. Mind spinning, back breaking, soul taking, heart stopping low. So take a minute, take your heart to the limit, baby, own it and make it your fight. We're gonna be out of our heads tonight. We're gonna be out of our heads tonight. conversation. Take the time to whip the living from the left.
To me, that sounds like the start of a 60s movie where they're all very jolly and happy and they're all marching through somewhere like Soho or somewhere in London. Someone's banging drums, someone's playing the trumpet, and they're all jolly. It's chirpy, ain't it? Out of our heads, it's Take That. Now here's the Bobster.
Thank you, Steve. Glasgow, M8 on the westbound side. The accident between 16 and 17 to Charing Cross has now cleared out of the way. To the M6 northbound, 10 Walsall to 10A the M54. All lanes are open following the earlier accident. Still queuing back to 8 though, to the top of the M5. But the M6 northbound 3A to 4 at Coleshill, we've still got one lane shut in the roadworks for recovery of the earlier accident. Also the M5 southbound 5, junction 4A for the M5 and junction 5 for Droitwich, we've got 2 lanes closed. There's some debris in the carriageway they've got to go and pick up, so you can get past it, but it is slow. They may have to do a rolling roadblock to collect this debris. It hasn't happened yet though. The M62 eastbound 23 Huddersfield to 24 Ainley Top. There's an accident there, one lane is shut. And the latest on the M1 closure, it is still closed northbound, but just at 25 for Nottingham. So it was closed between 24A and 25. There's an up and over diversion. The queues are still back to 24 though on that northbound side. Southbound is slow past the scene. Also on the M1 northbound 16 to 17 there was a breakdown. They've reopened all the lanes towards Coventry, a little bit of a slow patch. And the M1 southbound 11A Dunstable to 11 at Luton, that accident has now cleared. A11 remains closed between the Elvedon junction and the A134 at Thetford. And finally A31 the at Alma is blocked between Spettersbury turn-off at Alma and the A350, which is the roundhouse roundabout at Stemminster Marshall. Back with another one, 40 minutes.
Thanks very much. Brian Cox with us later.
Serious jocking on board the International Space Station. Serious orbiting. No G. In a weightless environment. No G.
Can I have the real one?
Time for a bit of fundamental physics. All things follow at the same rate under gravity. And that's because they're following geodesics through curved space-time, but that's not important. The important thing for biology is that although everything falls at the same rate, it doesn't meet the same fate when it hits the ground. A grape bounces.
Don't forget that. moment, we're going to talk about Celebrity Antiques Road Trip. The reason being, it's a TV show that Tim and Janie, this coming Friday, are on it. So, when did you film it?
Back in early May.
Where did you film it?
In the Cotswolds.
And were you two up against each other?
Oh, yes, we were. Yeah, you're going to need to find out who wins.
Okay, and what was the aim of the show?
Well, the aim of the show is that we each go and buy antiques with our lovely experts who guide us along, and I'm very grateful for them because we couldn't have done it without them. And the idea is that in an ideal world, we would make a profit from said antiques, which would go to charity. You'll have to wait and see whether we did.
How much do you know about antiques?
Absolutely nothing.
Tim, how much do you know?
Just slightly less than Janie does, to be perfectly honest.
I must say, I know a bit more now because with David's help, I did pick up a few tips.
All right, well, on Celebrity Antiques Road Trip, two celebs, as Janie says, are each paired up with an expert, and on Friday night, the teams are Tim and James Braxton and Janie and David Harper. In the first part of the show, they travel around various antiques dealers looking for bargains and pieces that they think are underpriced. And then in the second part, they're at an auction, hoping that the antiques they've bought sell for more than they paid for them. The winner of Celebrity Antiques Road Trip is the team whose antiques make the most profit. Hello, David.
Hello, Steve.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Great to hear that Janie thought she learned something. I'm blown away.
With your expertise, David, absolutely.
How are you, James?
Very well, Steve.
Excellent. And how was Tim? Was he okay? Was he annoying?
No, he wasn't annoying. He was suitably keen, very sporting, and brings a certain factoid intelligence with him.
I have to say, I did go against James's advice on a couple of occasions. Didn't lead to any great arguments, but there is something that is orange in colour which did cause a sense of disagreement, didn't it, James?
Yes, principally on aesthetic grounds, really. You pushed me to push I'd never considered before.
Excellent. Well, he does that here. How quickly would you say that they learned about the antiques and about the whole thing? David, let's ask about Janie first. How quickly did she pick the stuff up?
Dave, Janie is a sponge. She loves it.
I've been called a lot of things.
She does drink a lot of water. What are the basic principles, David, first, that you have to know if you're on a show like this? Because you have to learn very quickly, don't you, David?
You know, this is the thing. You jump into a car. Janie and I had never met before. We jump into an old classic car, and suddenly we have to get to know each other very, very quickly. And Janie, of course, is very good at this because she's used to interviewing people. So she was kind of interviewing me all of the time, but I was trying to throw the questions back because it was my job to interview Janie. So I think she was put out of her comfort zone. But she did really well because she's a lady that knows her own taste, and she has good taste, and she goes in there and she doesn't muck about, and she likes to spend money.
Okay, and for Tim, James, once you stopped him talking, did he pick up stuff quite quickly?
He did pick up stuff quite quickly. The good thing about Tim is he's gay, and that is very evident when we went on our visit to Dover's Hill, and he came across the great Olympian Ben and Miller, who are about twice his size, and only for one moment did I see him rather nervously stuffing straw down his trousers.
We better explain what we're talking about.
You better
here.
explain that we were examining, or we were looking into the ancient event that is the Cotswold Olympics. It still goes on in some shape or form today. Fascinating stuff, and in particular the art of shin kicking, wasn't it, James?
Yes, I thought it was a lovely moment when Ben approached Tim to introduce himself. And this chap was so large, he blotted out the sun.
What's the difference between a genuine antique? And when we have antique people on, I don't mean old people, I mean antique experts. What's the difference between junk and antiques?
Oh, I think it's all a matter of taste, isn't it? I think one man's junk is the next man's antique. And now, in today's market, you'll go into antique shops and you'll find things from the 70s, 80s and 90s, which is horrifying to some people. But these things come round in cycles. So there's no real strict term now applied to an antique. It used to be, it had to be over 100
years.
It kind of applies to almost anything.
But having said that, though, David, I remember one of the things in one of the stores that we went into, I picked something up. I forget exactly what it was. It might have been some kind of little table. And you actually said, OK, well, we really need to look whether it's got a Liberty mark, something like that you were looking for specifically. So there clearly are things that you know and the rest of us don't.
I'll just very quickly do some of the things. We won't give away the whole show, but Janie and David's pieces, 1920s original Bonzo the dog cast iron trivet. I've no idea what that means. A circa 1900 French wrought iron wash stand standing on splayed legs with a towel rail and cross frame, bought for £30 at Eastnor. And we've got lots of other items, of course. What an exciting thing. What a great show. What a great...
Well, I mean, you're going to love watching the cars. I mean, if nothing else, you don't have to look at me and Tim. The cars are really cool.
I got to drive a 1960s bright red MGA built in Abingdon, where I grew up as well. And we had a right time driving around in that, both me and Janie and James, although I did scare James a couple of times, I think.
Well, listen, you guys, thanks very much for coming on, David and James. We really appreciate it. Thank you. Round of applause, I think.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much. We look forward to seeing it. And you can see who comes out victorious with Tim and Janie on Celebrity Antiques Road Trip with help from their experts David Harper and James Braxton this Friday at 8 p.m. on BBC Two.
Boy, I can see the way you dance and move that body. I know it's crazy, but I feel like you could be the one that I've been chasing in my dreams. Boy, I can see you're looking at me like you want it. But usually I'm like whatever, but tonight the way you're moving got me where I'm at.
It started when I looked in her eyes. I got close and I'm like, bailemos, hey. La noche está para un reggaetón lento. Esos que no se bailan hace tiempo. Yo solo la miré, me gustó, me pegué, la invité y bailemos, hey. So now we dancing un reggaetón lento. Just get a little closer, baby, let go.
Excuse me, baby boy, just had to dance with you now. See, there's nobody in it that comes close to you, no. Your hands are on my waist, my lips you wanna taste. Come muévete, muévete, muévete.
Our bodies on fire, we're full of desire. If you feel what I feel, throw your hands up higher. And to all the ladies all around the world, go ahead and muévete, muévete, muévete. It started when I looked in her eyes. I got close and I'm like, bailemos, hey. La noche está para un reggaetón lento. Esos que no se bailan hace tiempo. Yo solo lo miré, me gustó, me pegué, la invité, bailemos, hey. So now we dancing un reggaetón lento. Just get a little closer, baby, let go. Do you know I like it when you take it to the floor? I know you like this reggaetón lento. This ain't stopping, baby, till I say so. Come get some more.
Boy, I wish that this could last forever. Cause every second by your side is heaven. Oh, come give me that boom, 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 boom. I tell you, baby, you give me hot stuff. Love me, make me sick, you my doctor. Don't you know you're paying on fire tonight? Can we get it right here on my tape?
It started when I looked in her eyes. I got close and I'm like,
Superb. CNCO, Little Mix, Reggaeton Lento. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's a wild video as well, isn't it? We've got the Diary of a Wimpy Kid author on later. That's Jeff Kinney. Also, Brian Cox, the Prof. Simon Sebag Montefiore with his book, Letters That Changed the World. Also, Justine's going to do the news next after that. The oldies chosen by Nick Beale from Dereham in Norfolk.
BBC News at 3 o'clock. This is Justine Green. A British student accused of spying in the United Arab Emirates has been sentenced to life in prison. Theresa May has told MPs the government will be raising the case of Matthew Hedges at the highest level. The Conservative MP Bob Seeley, who sits on the Commons Foreign Affairs Committee, said Britain should respond in a robust manner.
I think we need to get back to building a consensus about fundamental human rights. And the most fundamental is the right to life. And we've seen with journalists and dissidents being murdered by adversary states and allies as well, we need to restate that fundamental human right to life.
The Prime Minister has said she intends to press ahead with her draft Brexit agreement, warning MPs that not supporting it could result in not leaving the bloc at all. Jeremy Corbyn said the plan was dead, and the Conservative MP for Tiverton and Honiton, Neil Parish, urged Theresa May to think again.
The Northern Ireland backstop threatens the integrity of the United Kingdom and weakens our negotiating position. And my farming instincts tell me I know that you do not hand over 39 billion before we get the deal. Please, can I ask you, Prime Minister, to listen to these concerns and renegotiate the deal?
Mrs May is heading to Brussels for talks with EU officials this afternoon. The German Chancellor Angela Merkel has said she hopes the outstanding issue of Spain's concerns about Gibraltar can be resolved. A study by the Gambling Commission has found that the number of children with a gambling problem has quadrupled to 50,000 in the past 2 years. Their report also claims there are 450,000 11 to 16-year-olds who regularly gamble. The Chief Inspector of Prisons has said he's yet to see significant improvements in the state of Britain's jails. Peter Clarke told a committee of MPs that prison violence figures were rising and action needed to be taken.
Yes, far too many of our prisons are not in a good state. There are far too many drugs in them, levels of violence are far too high, suicide and self-harm is rising, and the living conditions are appalling. But it is important to remember that not every prison is in that condition.
An American missionary has been killed while trying to visit one of the world's most isolated and protected tribes. Arrows were fired at John Chow in the Andaman Islands in the Indian Ocean. It's emerged that the head of an online betting firm based in Stoke-on-Trent paid herself £265 million last year, making her one of the highest paid women in the world. Denise Coates started Bet365 in a car park porter cabin 17 years ago. In Germany, a teenager has had his driver's licence taken off him less than an hour after passing his driving test. The police say the 18-year-old's car was clocked travelling at almost twice the speed limit in a 30-mile-an-hour zone. Officers say he'll get his licence back only after expensive retraining. BBC News at 3:03. Our next at 4.
Thank you. Got the non-stop oldies next.
BBC Radio 2 in the United Kingdom.
Now, the non-stop oldies brought to you daily by Steve Wright in the afternoon.
I got my first real 6-string, bought it at the 5 and dime, played it till my fingers bled. Was the summer of '69. Me and some guys from school had a band and we tried real hard. Jimmy quit, Jody got married. Should've known we'd never get far.
BBC Radio 2. Summer of 69, Bryan Adams on the non-stop oldies from Steve Wright in the afternoon. Doing here now, playing everywhere. Correct. You see what we did? Fleetwood Mac everywhere. These oldies chosen by Nick Beale from Dereham in Norfolk. Steve, I'm married to the wonderful Brenda. We live in Norfolk. We've just celebrated our silver wedding. Plus, it's my 50th birthday in a couple of weeks. We've got 2 children. Christopher, who's in his last year at uni, where he's studying acting. And Ashley, she's in her 2nd year at high school. They're both doing great and they make us proud. Brenda works on the North Norfolk coast on a farm making cheese. And I'm a handyman. Really enjoy a variety of oldies on the oldies slot. And some bring back memories because they all... well, for me, these anyway. Thank you for a good show. That's Nick Beale from Dereham. You got yourself a badge and your oldies played.
Something in the way you love me won't let me be.
Radio 2. These are the non-stop oldies. There's Madonna and Borderline. All these chosen by Nick Beale from Dereham.
About 17, strong, playing my favorite song, and I could tell it wouldn't be long that he was with me, yeah me, and I could tell it wouldn't be long that he was with me, yeah me, singing. Cause it's all the same. So can I take you home where we can be alone? And next we were moving on. He was with me, yeah me. Next we were moving on. He was with me, yeah me. Singing, I love rock and roll. Spend my time in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. So take your time and dance with me. Ow!
Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. I love rock and roll on the non-stop oldies. If you need a shout out, if you want in on this whole thing, steve.wright at bbc.co.uk. Text 88291 or tweet us at BBC Radio 2. More, ouch, don't do that. More oldies when we come back.
BBC Radio 2 in concert.
So far this month, BBC Radio 2 in concert has brought you...
Honestly, this is like a really, really, really nice way to play a gig. I've really missed this.
The brilliant Boy Georgia and Counterclass. And next up is Emily Sandé.
BBC Radio 2 in concert.
Thursday night from 7:30. Watch by pressing the red button from any BBC TV channel.
Awesome.
Steve Wright in the afternoon. The non-stop oldies every day.
I've been walking these streets so long, singing the same old song. I know every crack in these dirty sidewalks of Broadway, where hustle's the name of the game, and nice guys get washed away like the snow and the rain. There's been a load of compromising on the road to my horizon, but I'm gonna be where the lights are shining on me, like a rhinestone cowboy, riding out on a horse in a star-spangled rodeo, like a rhinestone cowboy, getting cards and letters from people I don't even know, and offers coming over the phone. Well, I really don't mind the rain, and a smile can hide all the pain, but you're down when you're riding the train that's taking the long way. And I dream of the things I'll do with a subway token and a dollar tucked inside my shoe. There'll be a load of compromising on the road to my horizon, but I'm gonna be where the lights are shining on me, like a rhinestone cowboy, riding out on a horse in a star-spangled rodeo, rhinestone cowboy, getting cards and letters from people I don't even know, and offers coming over the phone.
The late Glenn Campbell and Rhinestone Cowboy at 3:23 from Radio 2. Joe and Simon, of course, at 5. Joe and Simon joined by TV's favourite naturalist. It's Sir David Attenborough, of course, who talks about his new album that features more than 50 recordings of traditional music from around the world, made by David himself between 1954 and 1963. Here is another song.
City girls just seem to find out early how to open doors with just a smile. A rich old man, and she won't have to worry. She'll dress up all in lace and go in style.
this lonely. I guess every form of refuge has its price, and it breaks her heart to think her love is only given to a man with hands as cold as ice. So she tells him she must go out for the evening to comfort an old friend who's feeling down. But he knows where she's going and she's leaving. She is headed for the cheating side of town. You can't hide your lying eyes, and your smile is a thin disguise. I thought by now you'd realize there ain't no way to hide your lying eyes. She gets up and pours herself a strong one and stares out at the stars up in the sky. Another night, it's gonna be a long one. She draws a shade and hangs her head to cry. My oh my, you sure know how to arrange things. You set it up so well, so carefully. Ain't it funny how your new life didn't change things? You're still the same old girl you used to be. You can't hide your lying eyes, and your smile is a thin disguise. I thought by now you'd realize there ain't no way to hide your lying eyes. There ain't no way to hide.
Lion, no G. Eyes, eagles. There ain't no way to hide your lying eyes. Down, 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 down. Nick Beale from Dereham in Norfolk picking these non-stop oldies. Statuesque, Sleeper.
We should spend the night in a small hotel like this, drinking champagne in it. We could drive your car through the eastern streets to the city and still make a day of it. Take all I have, I've no secrets left to steal. What would you give me for a trip behind the steering wheel? Knee-high heels just to stand up, got to carry some stairs to get me
It's raucous, ain't it? Sleeper, statuesque. Thank you for those brilliant oldies. Appreciate it. Stephen Team, I know it's not Friday and Serious Jocking is not on the menu. However, can you give a shout out to my lovely wife, Jane? We've spent 3 days at the John Radcliffe Hospital where she's been in labour. Serious pushing, no G, I bet. She needs all the help she can get. Cheers from Stewie Fryatt. Lovely. Hope you're all right, Jane. Steve, loving the show. Can you cheer me up today? I'm ironing for a client and feeling poorly. Woe is me. Raylene in Frinton-on-Sea. Actually, I got a shirt made of Raylene. Can you please give a shout out? No, not really. And congratulations to our colleague Abby, who had a little boy called Joel on the 17th of November. She's a big fan of the programme. I'm sure she's listening in between fees. Oh, that's from Matthew, Emma, Aid, the babe. You got it. Hey, Bobby, what you got?
I don't think we've got those contact details from Jeremy.
Oh, Jeremy.
Well, hello, Bobby, just in time. This is, of course, Jeremy Vine. I'm busting through to inform you in the nick of time. The very best listener in the world I am. That's a new report. Claims President Donald Trump's hair is made entirely out of straw and old wood shavings from a lathe. Spelled L-A-T-H-E. No hyphen needed. No. What do you think? Make contact at justformen. Cover it all over. Make it swirl up and spray it with toxic hairspray. Dream on sunshine. I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth. Fib. Call me.
Talking to the prof soon about the planets and all of that. 3:31, Theresa May will meet EU officials soon as the two sides scramble to finalise a Brexit deal in time for Sunday's summit of European leaders. The Swedish furniture giant IKEA, or IKEA as they say on the ads, is adding 4,000 staff to its global workforce as part of plans to open mini-stores in city centres. In total, the company is creating 11,500 new posts but eliminating 7,500 other jobs. ITV has finally confirmed Noel Edmonds is heading into the jungle to join I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. It says here the veteran broadcaster said he expected viewers to put him through absolute hell and had been eating worms from his garden to prepare. You don't want to be doing that. But he vowed to retire from TV if he's crowned King of the Jungle. Right then, here's Bobby.
Thanks, Steve. M6 northbound, 14 to 15. Stafford North to Stoke-on-Trent. There's a breakdown and one lane is shut. To the M6 northbound between 5 and 6. A new accident now up towards Spaghetti Junction. One lane is it's closed past Castle Bromwich, and they're going to have to hold the traffic to move that one. It hasn't happened yet, though. Problems for the M42 northbound continue with roadworks 10 to 11. A5 at Tamworth to Burton-upon-Trent. There's some potholes. They're filling in right this minute, so you've still got queues on that northbound side. So queues past junction 10. Hopefully it won't last too much longer. Now, the latest on the M1 at junction 25, it is still closed northbound following that earlier accident. So the back of the queue is into the roadworks at junction 23. It's queuing northbound. There's an up and over diversion. Local routes are really struggling as well as people try and avoid it. And I don't have any reopening time. There was an accident earlier. They've got to move a lorry off the central reservation. So that's going to take some time. Also, if you're on the M1 at junction 10, northbound again, Luton Airport Spur Road, there's an accident there. There's a lane closed. Queues already back to 9 at Redbourne. The A11 at Elvedon has reopened following the overturned lorry near to the A134 at Thetford as well. So that is a through route for you, although still a little bit of a struggle. It's still heavy through there. The M25 has started to get busy clockwise, 13 to 16. Anti-clockwise in patches, 14 Heathrow to 11 at Chertsey is busy. M3 heading south, 3 at Bagshot on the Exeter Slit Road. So going off onto the A322, we've got a breakdown. So take care as you go past. And finally, A31 still closed at Alma. It's shut between the Spettersbury turn-off, beg your pardon, and the A350 at Sturminster Marshall. Back with more 25 minutes.
Thank you very much. Just a little reminder, you can leave your dedication for this Sunday morning's Love Songs on Radio 2's Facebook page this afternoon. In fact, right now, if you want to send us a dedication for Love Songs for this Sunday morning's programme, all you do is go to Facebook as usual and search for Radio 2. You'll see our Love Songs post. All you got to do is comment underneath it before 5 o'clock this afternoon. Plenty of time. Make sure you say who you are, where you're from, along with who the dedication might be for. We do read all the dedications you leave on Facebook, so just make sure you're listening to Love Songs Songs, 9 a.m. Sunday morning, and you might hear yours on the programme. So, recap, if you want a dedication on love songs, go to Facebook, search for BBC Radio 2, and leave your comment underneath the Love Songs post. You got till 5. Thank you.
Steve Wright Sunday Love Songs.
And now, back to the big show.
Before we say goodnight, look down and call for time. Before we walk away, just think. I wish that I could say this heart will never break. Before we start again, let's think.
We felt too much to fall. Don't bow when the curtain calls. Before we lose it all. Before we lose it all. If it's not hard enough, if it don't hurt enough, if it's not hard to find, if it don't change your life, then it's not love.
It's never how you planned, and when you've lost all hope, that's when you'll understand. Maybe it's my mistake, I say too much too late, till we communicate again.
Don't hide when the rain falls. If it's easy, then it can't be love. Before we lose it all. Before we lose it all. If it's not hard enough, if it don't hurt enough, if it's not hard to find, if it don't change your life, then it's not love, not love. 'Cause love is never planned, not ours to understand. 'Cause love, yes, love is all we really have. If it's not hard enough, if it don't hurt enough, if it's not hard to find, if it don't change your life, then it's not love, not love. Oh, then it's not love, then it's not love, then it's not love, not love.
Back in the 19th century, engineers were concerned with the efficiency of steam engines. You know, how hot should the fire be? What substance should you boil in the steam engine? Should it be water? Or should it be something else? These were profound questions. And out of those questions arose the science of thermodynamics. It's when concepts like heat and temperature and energy entered the scientific vocabulary for the first time.
Professor Brian Cox is with us today. Well now, Brian, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Very well.
Very nice to see you. We were just talking about asteroids, but I'm not going to go there. I mean, because, you know, you worry once in a while about an asteroid, don't you?
Well, sometimes you do. Yeah, you told Brian you were very worried, and Brian said, well, you've kind of got reason to be worried, but not in the immediate future, Prof. Sure.
Yeah, so we know that asteroids cross the path of the Earth's orbit and sometimes hit us. And in fact, lots of little asteroids are hitting us all the time. But the thing you're worried about is a big one.
Yeah.
The trick is to catch them early. So you say, well, it looks like in 3 orbits' time, this thing is going to
pose a threat, then you can do something about it.
Oh, but I was thinking the 3 orbits, forget about the orbits, I'm thinking like for 5 years.
It would be years.
Oh,
if you see one that you think your measurements suggest it may hit us in 3, 5, 10 years' time.
Yeah, or 20 years or whatever.
Then you're okay. But we think we'd be okay. Comets, though, a different matter. Not to worry you, but comets aren't in these predictable orbits. They just come in from out in the distant solar system. One hit Jupiter a few years ago and made a hole in the clouds, which is significantly bigger than the Earth.
Oh, my
so,
goodness.
you don't want to get hit by one of those.
No,
And
you
they're
don't want
much
one of
more
those.
difficult to deal with. The correct thing to say now is there are no currently known threats from space to the Earth. So everyone can relax.
Thank you.
Okay.
However, the great Carl Sagan... did
Carl
once
Sagan,
say...
yes.
He said if the dinosaurs had a space program, they would still be around. So there will come a time when we need to use our rockets to ship them.
It's interesting, a lot of talk about space travel, with Branson and everybody else. What's your take on that?
I think it's a complete turning point we're at the moment, because for the first time in history, we have rockets that are reusable. We have a capability to launch things into space cheaply. And actually, I remember Elon Musk saying, why have a reusable rocket? Why does it matter? Well, it's like, imagine if you got on a plane from Heathrow and flew to Los Angeles and then blew the plane up when you all got off.
Yeah.
Imagine how expensive the ticket would be. We reuse planes. So once we can reuse rockets, it means we can go into space cheaply. And we've already industrialized space. And if you think about it, people who are listening now, some will be listening via satellite. GPS, satellite navigation, requires space. Weather satellites, weather forecasting, the whole lot. So we already operate in space, in Earth orbit, and it's central to our lives, even if we don't notice it.
And are you on the list to go up at some point, Brian?
No, but I must say, I thought I never would. I don't know about you, but I'd love to go up and see the Earth from space. But I want to be the 848th person, not the first.
Yeah.
So I think I'd love to at some point. I'm not on the list currently.
Are you not? I'm so surprised.
It's going to get cheaper. That's the interesting thing. At the moment, it's really expensive. I mean, it's sort of $250,000 a ticket or something like that.
Yeah.
But the ambition is, in 10 years' time or so, to have it down to, I don't know, $70,000, $50,000. But although it's still a lot of money, I think the idea that you would save up for the holiday of a lifetime that people save up for, it's like that maybe when you retire, you've saved up and you go and see the Earth from space. I think that's going to be, for people who are 40 years old, 50 years old now, I imagine that when they retire, they could...
I was going to say, I'm going to have a word with Richard Branson and say, look, perhaps people travelling on a Saturday...
you get half price.
Yeah, you get half price. And maybe if you're in your 20s or if you're in your 50s or 60s, you get a third off, like on the railways.
Yeah, but then you won't get the full meal. You get just a cup of tea, won't you?
Just get a cup of tea.
You won't get that full.
I don't want that in space. Can I get that dried meal, please?
You'd want a movie, wouldn't you?
Yeah. What's the movie? So here we are. Brian Cox Live 2019 is subtitled Universal Adventures in Space and Time. And Brian, along with his good friend Robin Ince, will take us from the Earth to the edges of the cosmos. Sorry, I was just doing you there. But all from the comfort of our seats in an arena. It says here Brian loves doing the show in these huge venues because it's like being a rock star again.
Well, it is, but it's also the great thing about doing a big show. It's a big talk, really, but because it's big, I can have enormous screens. And now I can't remember what it is now. It's something like 28 meters across, and this LED wall, ultra high resolution LEDs, and that means you can show these images from the Hubble Space Telescope and the space probes as I think they've never been seen before. I mean, even scientists see them on computer screens, but they're so high resolution that you can plaster them across the back of Wembley Arena, and they still look brilliant. So it gives you that ability. Also, I've managed to talk the graphics company Double Negative, who did all the graphics for Interstellar, the movie, and in particular the black holes. So you see a black hole as far as we can tell, as you would see it if you were orbiting around it. So we were going to recreate something like a 20-meter in diameter black hole on the stage and see how it behaves and talk about what happened if you fell into it and what would you see and what happened to you.
Yeah. We're going to take a break then and play some music. Then we're back with the prof in just a moment. Brian Cox is here. Don't go away.
I knew what you were feeling when you played me that song. Gave every word meaning. You showed me a place we belong. And we laughed and we danced and we never looked back. Nothing would get in our way. And you showed me the meaning of love and romance with every song that you play. Now the
remember that feeling. You felt like home. So why am I leaving? Leaving you all alone. 'Cause we laughed and we danced and we never looked back. Nothing would get in our way. And you showed me the meaning of love and romance.
How I miss the songs that you play.
Music's too sad without you. Silence is all I can listen to now.
I can't sing along to the songs like I used to. Music's too sad when you're not around. Ooh, so I listen to the wind in the trees, the sound of the air. Your voice is lost in the breeze when you're not there. Music's too sad without you.
We're back here with Professor Brian Cox. Next year, he's doing another big arena tour. Professor Brian Cox Live 2019. Universal Adventures in Space and Time. We were just talking about the moon landings earlier. Let me ask you this. In the recent movie about the moon landings, the debate was, we've got millions starving and troubles on Earth. Why do we need to be spending all of that money? And then the retort would be, well, look at the inventions that space has given us, etc., etc.
Well, yeah, there are two answers to that. One is that lots of studies have been done, of course, of Apollo. The biggest study showed that it was a 14-to-1 investment return by 1980. So it was one of the best investments. Yeah. But then the other thing that space gives us is perspective, and that's one of the central ideas in the tour is the questions that we all ask, just about the, why are we here? What's the meaning of it all? It's like, if you want to know about what it is to be human, you need to know our place in the universe. And when you discover that we're one star amongst in one galaxy of 200 billion stars, in one galaxy amongst 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe, 2 trillion, then at least you need to know that if you want to know your place and start thinking about what it means.
Are you going to make us feel very small then?
Yeah.
Well, partly, but then again, on the other side, ask yourself what's special about Earth, and the special thing, obviously, is there's life on it. We know of nowhere else.
Given that statistic that you've just given us, and we always say this when you come in, of course there is life out there on other planets. I mean, there couldn't possibly not be.
No, there must be, because as you say, there are 200 billion stars in the Milky Way, and most of them have planets around them. However, things that can think, the great Richard Feynman said, atoms that can contemplate atoms, which is what we are.
Yes.
What a marvellous thing to be. Might be extremely rare. And that means that this place is a valuable place.
Yeah, I got it, yeah. In this spectacular arena tour that you do, you've got Robin on hand for the Q&A section.
Yeah.
I'd be really interested to find out what the most popular question is.
Well, from the last tour I did, some of the most popular questions I've used as the basis for this tour. Questions such as, why is there a universe at all? If the universe had a beginning, what happened before?
Yeah.
If space is stretching, what does it stretch into?
Yeah.
If we don't have answers to those, we also have at least an idea of how you'd start to answer. There are theories that suggest the universe may be eternal, so it may not have had a beginning. And that then feeds into the answer to that question. If the universe has been here forever, then we have to exist. I mean, what that means, by the way, is the Big Bang happened. So we know that 13.8 billion years ago, the universe was very hot and dense. We know that. But it could be that that was something that happened in a pre-existing universe. And we're beginning to chip away at that. Yeah. Can you imagine if the universe is eternal? In time. That means something. That's important to know.
No, I can't imagine.
No beginning, no end.
It's a concept that's very difficult
no beginning
to
or no end.
How
but
had it become eternal?
Question.
Yes, but how had it become eternal is the next question.
Well, but if it's always been here,
yes,
then it doesn't need creating.
What about before always?
Well, but that's a great question. Even if the universe had a beginning, physicists would say, well, that time began there. So you can't talk about something that caused it to begin because there's no
It's always
time.
been there. Yeah.
So even in a universe that had a first moment in time, still talk about causes is difficult. I think it's great. It's a late night chat, isn't it?
As with the last tour, I suppose, for people coming, don't be embarrassed to ask a question that sounds a bit childlike, childish.
Well, I think it's a distinction between childlike, I think, is not having your mind clouded by all this, what a silly question that is, because they're brilliant questions. Childlike questions are not childish.
Yeah.
That's the point,
I get it, yeah. A few bits of information. Brian has changed his Twitter description to this plan for 2019. Touring the world, mainly talking about cosmology, quantum mechanics, black holes, and the value of our civilization. That's the meaning of you now.
Wandering minstrel.
Yeah. This truly is a world tour, by the way. Brian starts it with his first series of UK dates, which run from the 7th of February, this is next year, through until the 1st of March. And then he's off to the USA and Canada in April and May. And in June, there's shows in Hong Kong and Singapore, before a run of shows in New Zealand and Australia. And he's back in the UK in September for some more arena dates. Now, let me just give you the February dates, and they are starting the 7th of February in Derby, the arena there, and then onto these arenas: Newcastle, Manchester, Sheffield, Peterborough, Leeds, Belfast, Dublin, Glasgow, Aberdeen, Liverpool, Nottingham, Birmingham, London, Brighton, Bournemouth and Plymouth. Check for details. That's February to see Brian Cox Universal Adventures in Space and Time tour dates 2019. Then in March we've got Cardiff Arena, and then in September, that's next year also, Birmingham Arena, and then on to, for the rest of September, Plymouth, Cardiff, London, Bournemouth, etc. Wow. So I just love talking with you. I know wherever you go, people go, I could talk to you for hours, but we really could.
It's actually funny, someone asked me earlier, where do you start? If you talk about the origin of the universe and life in the universe, where do you start? And I said, Derby.
That's where it all starts. You can see Professor Brian Cox live on his Universal Adventures in Space and Time tour. Go see. Thank you, Brian. We'll see you next time.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.
Also sprach Zarathustra. There's Deodato.
Hi, this is Jeremy Vine. Today in our meditative minute, we are in space. Now let me tell you what I can see.
What can you see then, Jeremy?
I'm looking very hard. It's very, very dark. But there's one big bright thing coming towards me. Is it space junk? No, it's the Millennium Falcon. No, it's a TIE fighter. No, it's space junk.
From BBC Radio 2, this is Steve Wright in the afternoon, 5 to 4. here's Bobby Pryor.
Steve, thank you. First of all, to the M6 on the northbound side, 14 to 15 at Stoke-on-Trent. There's a breakdown and one lane is still closed. Northbound below that, 5 to 6 up towards Spaghetti Junction from Castle Bromwich. That accident's still waiting to be cleared. One lane is closed, but you can get through. M42 northbound, 10 to 11. That's the A5 at Tamworth and Burton-upon-Trent. Emergency repairs continue. There's potholes. They're still filling in. It's taken about 20 minutes to get through there, so give yourself time. And to the M1 closure, it is still closed, the main carriageway of the M1 at junction 25. That's the A52 Nottingham Derby turn. There's an up and over diversion. The queues are solid from 23 at Loughborough, and we've got big queues on the A52 from Risley eastbound as well. The M40 southbound right at the bottom to Beaconsfield. On the Exeter Slip Road there's an incident, one lane is shut. And to the M1 again northbound at 10 Luton Airport Spur Road, we've got this accident with queuing back to junction 8. And to the M3 southbound Exeter Slip Road at 3 for Bagshot, partially blocked by a breakdown. It's still slow. And the M25 expects slow traffic already between 11 Chertsey, 16 for the M40. Back with more, half an hour.
Thank you very much. If you require a shout out, then you know where to get us. It's steve.wright@bbc.co.uk. Text 88291, tweet us at BBC Radio 2. Righty, heading from Kent to Worcester for a work event. Roads being kind so far. Keep the tunes up, really helps the journey. That's from Carl Dewhurst Sittingbourne. Can you give a break a leg message? Say break a leg to daughter Julie Gibb in pantomime in Kilmacombe, Scotland. Julie's the Wicked Witch in Sleeping Beauty tomorrow night. Oh, that's excellent. Thank you, Steve, from Mum and Dad, Creasy in Hastings. Away from Serious Jockin', that's with no G. That's 4:15 this coming Friday. We call it Jockin' Friday. Today, Justine and Shabnam and Bobby and Tim. Guest Simon Sebag, Montefiore in the next hour, and also Jeff Kinney, Wimpy Kid. The Cuts, Hugh Jackman and Mumfords. Factoids and socials and much more on Steve Wright in the afternoon. Kingdom across planet Earth. This is Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app, on digital radio and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 4 o'clock. This is Justine Green. A British academic has been sentenced to life in prison in the United Arab Emirates for spying. Matthew Hedges, who's 31 and studied at Durham University, was detained in May and has always protested his innocence. He claims to have been researching the country's foreign and internal security policies. Our diplomatic correspondent Paul Adams says the verdict was unexpected.
I was confidently expecting that we would hear some good news today, because all the indications through private channels and things that I understood that the family had been hearing, that the Foreign Office had been hearing, that MPs had been hearing, was that the United Arab Emirates were frankly a little embarrassed about this case and wanted it over with.
The Foreign Secretary Jeremy Hunt has said he was deeply shocked at the verdict and urged the authorities in the UAE to reconsider the sentence. Speaking in the Commons, Theresa May said the government would continue to offer help.
I can assure my honourable friend and other members that the Foreign Office will remain in close contact with Matthew, his family and his lawyer. We will continue to do all we can to support them as they consider the next steps, and we will continue to press this matter at the highest level with the Emiratis.
The Chief Inspector of Prisons has said he's yet to see significant improvements in the state of Britain's jails. Peter Clarke told a committee of MPs that prison violence figures were going in the wrong direction and that drugs were still destabilising jails. Mr Clarke said he hoped that a government drive to recruit more prison officers would help the situation. The Prime Minister says she intends to press ahead with her draft Brexit agreement, warning MPs that not supporting it could result in not leaving the bloc at all. Jeremy Corbyn said the plan was dead, and one of Mrs May's own backbenchers told the Commons he was deeply unhappy with it. The Liberal Democrat MP Sir Ed Davies said because Parliament couldn't agree on what to do, there should be another referendum.
We saw how Parliament is deadlocked and divided, particularly on the Conservative benches. And if we're going to get out there and actually give people some confidence that this government and this Parliament can actually serve their interests, we have to take this back to the people in order to break this deadlock.
A man's been jailed for 6 years for falsely claiming more than £100,000 intended for the victims of the Grenfell Tower. Sharif El-Ouabi, who's 38, had claimed he'd been on the 21st floor of the building on the night of the fire. The judge said El-Ouabi feigned symptoms expected of a survivor. The Museum of London has said it would like to salvage some parts of the water cannon purchased while Boris Johnson was the city's mayor. The 3 vehicles were bought in the aftermath of the riots in 2011. They've since been sold at a £300,000 loss. Officials hope any pieces that are retrievable could form part of an exhibition about modern policing. And that's the BBC News at approaching 3 minutes past 4. Our next at 5.
Thank you, Justine. Sport now, here's Shabnam Yunus-Jewel.
Thank you, Steve. The Irish Football Association is looking for a new Republic of Ireland manager after the departure of Martin O'Neill and his assistant Roy Keane. They didn't win a competitive game in 2018 and were relegated from the Nations League Group B4. Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola has been warned by the FA after making comments about the referee before their derby match with Manchester United earlier this month. Managers are not allowed to talk about officials before games. Meanwhile, Gordon Taylor says there should be an independent review into the Professional Football Association's structure. The organisation's chief executive has been under fire recently, with hundreds of current and former players calling for Taylor's resignation. Changes have been announced to the England cricket team for the 3rd test against Sri Lanka. Fast bowler James Anderson will be rested for Stuart Broad, and Johnny Bairstow replaces injured all-rounder Sam Curran. And one of the world's leading snowboard cross athletes, Charlotte Banks, has defected from the French national team to join the British setup.
Thank you. Afternoon.
88 to 91 FM. BBC Radio 2. Oh, Danny, we do. I'm in love with you, Danny, we do. I'm in love with you, Danny, we do. I'm in love with you. Denise, oh, with your eyes so blue. Denise,
he sees. Noise is always loud, there are sirens all around in the streets of me. If I can make it here, I can make it anywhere, that's what they say. See my face in lights, on my name a monkey's found down on Broadway. Even if it ain't all it seems, I got a pocket full of dreams, baby, I'm from New York. Concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. Now you're in New York. These streets will make you feel brand new. Big lights will inspire you. Hear it for New York, New York, New York. On the avenue, there ain't never a curfew. Ladies work so hard. Such a melting pot on the corner selling rock. Preachers pray to God. And the gypsy cab takes me down from Harlem to the Brooklyn Bridge. Someone sleeps tonight with the hunger for more than an empty fridge. I'ma make it by any means. I got a pocket full of dreams, baby. I'm from New York. Concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. Now you're in New York. These streets will make you feel brand new. Big lights will inspire you. Hear it for New York, New York, New York. One hand in the air for the big city. Street lights, big dreams, all looking pretty. No place in the world that could compare. Put your lighters in the air, everybody say yeah, 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 yeah. New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. Now you're in New York. These streets will make you feel brand new. Big lights will inspire you. Hear it for New York.
Oh, that's just a great anthem. Empire State of Mind, Alicia Keys. Jay-Z in there somewhere. As we mentioned earlier, it's World Hello Day. Hello, hello. And it's trending on Twitter. Age UK tweets, it's hashtag World Hello Day. Why not stop and say hello to a neighbour or an older person you see in your community today? Make somebody smile. Very good idea. It's just getting dark, so make sure you can see them. Alice tweets, it's hashtag World Hello Day. Never forget that hello can lead to a million things and open new doors. Whether it's a hello, a hi, a hiya, or even a smile and a handshake. One simple greeting can make the difference. And Paul tweets, hello Twitterland. I hope your day goes well. Hashtag World Hello Day. Ariana Grande is trending on Google as she teases a new project featuring rom-coms from the 2000s. Fantastic Beasts, the Crimes of Grindelwald, J.K. Rowling's sequel to Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, has had the UK's second biggest opening weekend box office of the year. The film starring Jude Law and Dumbledore and Johnny Depp as Grindelwald debuted at the top of the chart with 12.32 million, second to Avengers, Infinity War, which weighed 21.1 millions. Let's have a look. It's been announced that the Stephen King anthology series Castle Rock, which has been a huge hit in America, will be available to watch here in the UK on Stars Play via Amazon Prime Video from December 14th, for your information. Now, Hugh Jackman has been given the Kirk Douglas Award for Excellence at the Santa Barbara Film Festival. Hugh says he's honoured to be getting it, especially as he's a good friend of Kirk's.
It is surreal to be receiving the award, particularly as Deb and I had morning tea with Kirk and Anne this morning. He's about to turn 102. He's still sparkling with wit, and both of them were funny and beautiful, and It's certainly, I always feel like I'm a work in progress, but to stop for a second, to have the opportunity to thank the people who have helped me get here is an opportunity I'm so grateful for.
Millie Bobby Brown has been appointed the youngest ever UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador at 14 years old. Millie was in New York to give her message to world leaders, but she also had some deets on the next series of Stranger Things.
It's the summer of love. There's a lot of relationships, a lot of love, and there's also that supernatural twist that Stranger Things adds to it. But I can definitely say that the slogan we're using for this season would be "It's spreading," and we don't know what it is, but you'll have to find out next year.
Great. And Mumford and Sons were on the BBC Breakfast sofa this morning to talk about the new album Delta, and Marcus Mumford said they had a great time making it.
I think the recording of this album was definitely the most fun we've ever had in the studio. We did it with Paul Epworth in North London at his studio, which I think is one of the best studios in the world. And all the instruments are always plugged in, so you can run over to any instrument in the whole room and just play, and it's recording. And that just breeds creativity.
I don't see you, you're not in every window I look through. And I don't miss you, you're not in every single thing I do. I don't think we're meant to be, and you are not the missing piece. I won't hear it whenever anybody says your name, and I won't feel it even when I'm bursting into flames. I don't regret the day I left, I don't believe that I was blessed. I'm probably lying to myself again. I'm alone in my head looking for love in a stranger's bed, but I don't think I'll find it, 'cause only you could fill this empty space. I wanna tell all my friends, but I don't think they would understand. It's something I've decided, 'cause only you could fill this empty space. Space, space, this empty space. Space, space, this, 'cause only you could fill this empty space. I've been drinking, I've been doing things I shouldn't do, overthinking, I don't know who I am without you. I'm a liar and a cheat, I let my ego swallow me, and that's why I might never see you again. I'm alone in my head looking for love in a stranger's bed, but I don't think I'll find it, 'cause only you could fill this empty space. I wanna tell all my friends, but I don't think they would understand. It's something I've decided, 'cause only you could fill this empty space. Space, space, this empty space. Space, space, this, 'cause only you could fill this empty space. I couldn't make you love me, I couldn't make you love me.
Hey, Stephen team, Joe and Jacob here, making 300 badges ready for the Whitehead Northern Ireland Edwardian Yuletide pageant on Saturday. Oh, Edwardian. Oh, brilliant. A badge is on its way to you. Thank you very much. Thank you. See, sometimes I get a badge. We're going to talk to Jeff Kinney next.
He's iconic. He's legendary. We're celebrating the music legacy of one of the biggest names in popular culture. Broadway star Tony Vincent will be singing the songs of David Bowie. Backed and reimagined by the BBC Concert Orchestra and a full rock band at the London Coliseum on Sunday, the 2nd of December. Friday night is Music Night, celebrating the music of David Bowie. Find out how to buy your tickets at the BBC Radio 2 website.
Steve Wright in the afternoon. BBC Radio 2.
Steve Wright in the afternoon.
The Big Show.
We're going to talk about Diary of a Wimpy Kid now. There's a new one, Meltdown, and look, Jeff Kinney is here. Oh my goodness. We were just talking about having you on before. I think it must have been about 10 years ago, and you've gone on to even wilder success since then. Jeff is the American game designer, cartoonist, producer, and author of the hit children's book series Diary of a Wimpy Kid. After selling 200 million copies worldwide, he's back with the 13th book of the series, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Meltdown. In Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Meltdown, is this how I say the title several times?
Keep saying it.
Yeah. Greg's school is closed because of a snowstorm, and the town is taken over by kids building snow forts and fighting with snowballs. What would you say is the age group that you're appealing to in these? Because a lot of people, adults, like them, don't they?
Right, yeah, I think so. I like it when I hear that grown-ups are reading the books to their kids, but 8 to 12 is the sweet spot for my books.
When did it all start for the diary thing?
It started, about 20 years ago. I came up with the idea. I worked on it for 8 years, and then it took about a year to get published, and I've been published ever since.
Now, what about the characters? Who is the Wimpy Kid for anybody that's not into it?
The Wimpy Kid, he's Greg Heffley. He's a kid who's an average kid, but has more faults than most, and he's a funhouse mirror version of myself at the same age.
I was going to say, the inspiration came from within, did it?
Absolutely.
So
yes.
How long were you toying with the idea of producing something based on yourself, or did it just emerge?
Actually, it happened in a flash. I couldn't get into newspapers, which was my big goal, was to become a newspaper syndicated cartoonist. And then I realized it wasn't going anywhere, so I had this idea of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, about a kid like myself at that age, and then I worked on it for a really, really long time.
So, talk me through the main characters.
The main characters, we have Greg, who's maybe 11 or 12 years old, his best friend Rowley, and then just sort of a standard issue family.
In this particular story, what's going on? Take us through the story, but not right up until the end or anything like that.
Okay.
Otherwise, that would be a spoiler, wouldn't it?
I'll take you right up to the end.
Yeah.
This book is actually the war book. It's like Game of Thrones for kids. It's all about...
Have you said that before anywhere?
I have said that.
Oh, yeah. I love it. That's
Don't
great.
you wish it was the first time? Yeah. Well, it actually is a lot like Game of Thrones. There's spying, there's betrayals, there's treason, there are rival clans, just about everything. And there's actually a great wall that they put up to keep the people off of the southern border. Sound familiar?
That sounds slightly familiar, yeah. As a cartoonist, the cartoons are complicated and simple at the same time. I mean that in a loving way, by the way.
There's a little tear in my eye right now. Yeah, it's something I learned about drawing as a kid. My cartooning style in newspaper comics is more elevated, but when I started drawing as a kid, I realized that this is what cartooning is. It's the art of simplification. You're trying to use as few lines as possible to create the biggest impact possible. And so I really challenged myself to use as few lines as possible, even in complex drawings.
How long did it take to get the style right, though, in terms of drawing the characters?
Yeah, I spent a whole year just drawing and redrawing and redrawing.
And it stays this way. It doesn't evolve in a sense.
It'll never change.
Yeah, and what about turning them into movies? Is that easy or difficult?
Difficult from a writer's perspective, because in the pages of a book, you control everything. And in a movie, you control almost nothing. So it's a hard process to go through. But once you understand that you don't have control, then you can go forward.
And surely the trick is to appeal to every generation. And yet, this generation are on their mobile phones, on their cell phones, aren't they? This all still appeals to them.
Yeah, I hope it does. I think that I'm a little bit old-fashioned in my writing. If I was really writing about today's kids, everybody would be hunched over, oriented towards their cell phones. But in a way, these kids are old-fashioned because they get out and they do lemonade stands and car washes and they're scheming.
Like the old days.
Yeah, like maybe they're all reading it on their phones, and that would be the ultimate irony.
That would, yeah.
Comic-Con has become massive now, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has.
So you were involved with them when?
I actually took Diary of a Wimpy Kid, my sample packet, to New York Comic Con in 2006.
So that would be just a small event at that time, right?
At that time, it actually blew up. It was the first New York Comic Con, and it was really big. They oversold it.
Okay.
And so I was going to go home, back to Massachusetts, back to Plainville. And then it turns out that Billy Joel was playing that night at Madison Square Garden. So I stayed one extra night, and then the next day I found an editor who liked what I did. And that's how I got started, thanks to Billy Joel.
And I understand that you've been working with the National Literacy Trust to speak to children in areas with low literacy rates, which is a great thing. I mean, that's putting something back, isn't it?
Yeah, it's something we started doing in the United States. When we do school visits, it's almost always Title I schools, which are lower income. And those schools don't get a lot of authors. So just presenting yourself to these kids as an author, it shows them a path that they might not have considered before. It makes authorship real to them.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Meltdown by Jeff Kinney is out right now. Good to see you again, Jeff. Thank you very much. Good luck and wish you Merry Christmas and all of that.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Spirit flies through the empty sky.
Gentlemen with Sir David Attenborough tonight. That's at 5. Folk Show, Mark Radcliffe at 8. Excellent. Bill Kenwright, new series at 9. Bill Kenwright returns with a new 4-part series and takes us on a journey through his golden years. Sarah Cox, Linda LaPlante, and Sarah discusses her new book in the Radio 2 Book Club. OJ Borge at midnight, and then Pick of the Pops with Paul Gambaccini. Those with the Bee Gees.
Hi, this is Post Malone. Oh, my mistake, it's Jeremy Vine. See my picture on Minnie Caldwell's Instagram.
Yeah.
And let me remind you that Doug Stamper is not crazy, but he's a murderer. Today's subject on The Vine Show, crazy inventions. They don't really work. For example, a woman in Sudbury has invented an inflatable dartboard. No. I don't think so. And 2 scientists in Oxford have come up with a waterproof sponge. Not quite sure how that would work. And also not so keen on the silent alarm clock and waterproof tea bag. If you've got a better one, contact me on 03334444. Take that hat off the table and stop looking at that phone, you crazy wizard. Wide as a train. Always spend 2 minutes here. Comma. I have got to get going. My tea's almost ready.co.uk.fishbone, and it's a vacuum cleaner, not a Hoover. Call me.
Toast and marmalade for tea, sailing ships upon the sea aren't lovelier than you, or the games I see you play. You more lovely than the day when the sun is in your eyes. I see through your disguise all the games I see you play. Games I see you play. Toast and marmalade for tea, sailing ships upon the sea aren't lovelier than you, or the games I see you play. The games I see you play.
Oh, lovely than the day. Tintin, toast and marmalade for tea.
Toast and marmalade for tea, sailing ships upon the sea aren't lovelier than you, all the games I see you play.
Toast and marmalade for tea. Hello, you lovely man, says this. Who's this from? Karen Monaghan. Please say a big hello to me and my colleagues. We love you and we love your radio shows. Yeah, but you don't know me. I can be a bit vacant. All my love always from Karen. Thank you very much, Karen. Right now, precisely 3:30 in the United Kingdom. Here's Bobby Pryor.
Thank you, Steve. The M6 northbound up from 19 at Knutsford. It's pretty heavy all the way through to junction 23. A50 just south of Knutsford. The A50's been completely closed both ways. There's an accident, so past the turning for the railway station, about half a mile down, just near to Seven Sisters Farm. That's where the accident is. So they've closed the A50 between Goffs Lane at Knutsford and Sandy Lane at Ollerton. So it's a no-through route, so give yourself time for that. M6 on the northbound side, 14 to 15 at Stoke-on-Trent, that breakdown's gone. M6 northbound, 5 to 6 up towards Spaghetti Junction. There was an accident, that's now cleared. M42 northbound, 10 to 11 up to Burton-on-Trent. Now, a lot of the congestion has gone through. Still one lane closed while they finish the potholes past the Tamworth A5 turn. M1, no change. Northbound is still closed at 25 for the A52 Nottingham Derby turn. Now, there's an up and over diversion. The northbound queue is just before junction 23. So if you can see the junction, it's about half a mile beyond, maybe not even that. And it's not even moving. It is solid 3 lanes of traffic all the way to junction 25. If you're thinking of coming off, just be aware that the A38 is extremely busy. All routes around Derby, people try and find other ways. The diversion, by the way, is an exit and entry slit road. And the eastbound A52 coming onto the M1 is queuing almost back to Spondon. It's queuing for miles. M1 northbound, 10 at the Luton Airport Spur Road, still 1 lane closed with the accident there. And finally to the A31 at Alma, still closed between the Spettersbury turn-off at Alma and the roundhouse roundabout at Sturminster Marshall, which is the A350. Back with more, 25 minutes.
It's Radio 2.
I was as wrong as I could be to let you get away from me. I'll regret that move for as long as I'm living. But now that I've come to see the light, all I want to do is make things right. So just say the word and tell me that I'm forgiven.
Looking back now, it seems so clear. I had it all when you were here. Oh, you gave it all, and I took it for granted.
But if there's some feeling left in you, some flicker of love that still shines through, let's talk it out. Let's talk about second chances.
Wait and see, it's gonna be sweeter than it was before. I gave some then, but now I intend to dedicate myself to giving more. This time you can be sure I'm never gonna let you go. I'm gonna hold you in my arms forever. Gonna try and make up for the times I hurt you so.
Those fabulous LA hits. Never Gonna Let You Go, Sergio Mendes. Got 24 to 5 now. Can you say good luck to our friend and colleague Steve, who is currently preparing himself for a mega mixed grill this evening after a day of eating. This is from Claire, Catherine and Catherine in Evesham. So we're thinking what you might have. Tomato, sausage, bacon, egg, black pudding, mushrooms and a bit of steak. Sounds good? It's enough, isn't it? You can get that all on the plate. Whenever I'm in a restaurant or anywhere and they say, how would you like your steak? I always say, well done. And I know it's vulgar, but I like a well done steak. And they look at me as if they're looking at Columbo's car.
On your digital radio.
For over a decade now, fans of music and fashion have held one day each year as sacred. A day to ditch your usual uniform and celebrate your favourite band or artist. This Friday, Six Music's T-shirt Day is back. Whether it's faded and threadbare or fresh from the merch table, show off your band T-shirt with pride to colleagues or classmates, friends and family. The music we play throughout the day on Six Music is determined by the artist you're wearing.
Wear your old band T-shirt to work day.
All day this Friday on BBC Radio 6 Music.
Thank you, Steve. Despite enormous heat outside, the temperature level in the pyramids is relatively constant at around 20 Celsius. And that's the same temperature as in here. Now, let me just go to my other mummified co-host.
Thanks. You said I could take these bandages off tomorrow.
Go on.
In Ivrea, Italy, people celebrate the beginning of Lent by throwing oranges at each other.
The word colligraphia, what do you think that is, Tip?
A fear of cauliflowers.
It's a very, very good guess. Have another go.
A fear of colanders or calendars.
Colligraphia.
How are you spelling the start of that?
C-O-L-Y, graphia.
It's something to do with writing then, because
it is.
Graphia, graphics, collie.
Keep going, keep going.
A fear of maps?
No, it's writer's block.
Factoids. I always say what I'm feeling.
Talking to Simon Sebag Montefiore next.
Sometimes I don't even mean it. It takes a little while to figure me out. I like my coffee with 2 sugars in it. High heels and my jewelry dripping. Drinking, I get all fired up. Hey, hey, hey. Insecure, but I'm working with it. Many things that I could get rid of. Ain't nobody give it up. I made a few mistakes, I regret it nightly. I broke a couple hearts and I wear on my sleeve. My mama always said, do your troubling. And now I wonder, could you fall for a woman like me? And every time we touch, boy, you make me feel weak. I can tell you're shy and I think you're so sweet. Spending every night under covers and still I wonder, could you fall for a woman like me? Woman like me, like a woman like me. La la la, woman like me, like a woman like me. La la la, woman like me, like a woman like me. La la la, woman like me, like a woman like me. Maybe just be mine for the weekend. We can get a takeaway and sit on the couch, or we could just go out for the evening. Hopefully end up with you kissing my mouth. Hey, hey. You got them blue jeans with a rib up in my head with your fingers in it. Love it when you turn me on. Young Sarah with a little bit of love drunk in the middle with a get down to our favorite song. I made a few mistakes, I regret it nightly. I broke a couple hearts and I wear on my sleeve. My mama always said, do your troubling. And now I wonder, could you fall for a woman like me? And every time we touch, boy, you make me feel weak. I can tell you're shy and I think you're so sweet. Spending every night under covers and still I wonder, could you fall for a woman like me? Woman like me, like a woman like me. La la la, woman like me, like a woman like me. La la la, woman like me, like a woman like me. La la la, woman like me, like a woman like me. I made a few mistakes, I regret it nightly. I broke a couple hearts and I wear on my sleeve. My mama always said, do your troubling. And now I wonder, could you fall for a woman like me? And every time we touch, boy, you make me feel weak. I can tell you're shy and I think you're so sweet. Spending every night under covers and still I wonder, could you fall for a woman like me? For a woman like me. Like 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 a woman like me. I said a woman like me. Like a woman like me. Wondering eyes that always seem to search out all the faces in the room. I know we try, pretend that this will work out, but lately acting's just no good. Maybe we're loyal, maybe we're not. Yeah, we got our secrets, but where does it stop? 'Cause you don't remember, and I think I forgot that we made a choice to stay no matter what. If we're always searching for a love, be my morality. Maybe we're loyal, maybe we're not. I wish I could tell you I wanted to stop, 'cause you don't remember, and I think I forgot that we made a choice to say no matter what. If we're always searching for a love that's perfect, how we ever gonna see just what we got? Treading water till we know it's worth it. Afraid to be the first to open up. Maybe we're loyal, maybe we're not. Yeah, we got our secrets, but where does it stop? If we're always searching for a love that's perfect, how we ever gonna know just what we got? Why can't we be loyal? Why fight what we got when we got it so good? Why can't we be loyal? Why fight what we got? 'Cause if we're always searching for a love that's perfect, how we ever gonna see just what we got? Treading water till we know it's worth it. Afraid to be the first to open up. Maybe we're loyal.
Simon Sebag Montefiore is with us. Look, here he is now. And this is the first time you've been on our little show, and I would think we've just been trying to get you for 25 years, and you've not been around. I don't know what's happened.
I've been very busy.
You've been busy.
I've been busy, but it's finally opened up.
Written in History, Letters That Changed the World is the new book. Simon is an historian, by the way, television presenter and award-winning author of popular history books and novels. Simon's new book, Written in History, Letters That Changed the World, celebrates the great letters of world history, cultural and personal life. What a brilliant idea. Although it must have taken you forever to research. I know that's your thing anyway, but how long would a book like this take to comply, to make sure that it's all genuine, and to research generally?
Well, it's really a lifetime's reading that's gone into this book, because it's got such a variety of letters. It hasn't just got the usual ones that appear in all these letters books. It's got really unusual ones. It's also got a lot of very naughty ones.
Yeah,
I'm afraid. I'm not sure we can mention it on this show. It's a very moral show, isn't it?
There's some interesting stuff, though. Alexander II, that was quite naughty as well. Napoleon got quite naughty in places as well, didn't he?
I don't think we can even mention what Napoleon said to Josephine, but Alexander II...
Not tonight.
Not tonight. He did say, he said every night. And, Alexander II, I think those are the most explicit love letters ever written by a head of state. And Ias Nin, of course, is pretty shocking stuff.
I'm going to go to page 81 here. We've got Wilbur Wright through the Smithsonian Institute, 30th of May, 1899. Talk us through that.
Well, that's just a fascinating glimpse of him experimenting with his brother in their bicycle shop. Yeah. That's how he started. Because what I try to do with these letters is, they're not all obvious things that change the world. But, for example, flight is obviously something pretty important. So this is a letter when it seemed like he would never, ever be able to create a flying machine, and he had a bicycle shop. Not many people know that. And yet, a few years later, he actually created the first aeroplane. I can see you've got another one there.
Yeah, Franklin D. Roosevelt to Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill, 11th of September, 1939. It's the first letter of the friendship that would hold the West, you say.
This is such a significant letter, because that is the relationship in World War II that really saved Britain. And this is the letter where Roosevelt writes to Churchill to say, thanks for sending me your book, his biography of Marlborough, 10 years ago, which I never answered your letter. But now you're about to be Prime Minister. And he wasn't yet Prime Minister. I'm going to be in contact with you myself.
Let's have a special relationship.
Let's have a special relationship. So that's a very important one. And there's also a very important one from Hitler to Mussolini of the same sort of ilk.
How do you know they're genuine?
I found some of them. For example, one of the most amazing ones of Stalin's daughter writing to Stalin. And what do you do when you're 10 years old and your dad is the most monstrous dictator in the world? You pretend to be dictator yourself. And I found these letters. These are letters where she writes to Stalin, giving orders, pretending to be the dictator of Russia. And Stalin and Molotov pretend to agree, and they sign them. And he signs them things like, I agree, you're slavish serf. And one of the letters she sent, which is in the book, just says, I, Svetlana Stalin, aged 10, boss, first secretary of the Communist Party, do hereby order that all homework in the Soviet Union should be banned for a year. And Stalin signs it and says, we obey.
Oh, so is she chip off the old block, or is she sending her old man up?
No, she's a proper emperor's daughter.
Yeah. I'm thinking of a television series around these where you just dramatise them around each letter. You know, I'm thinking 20 minutes.
We're thinking of doing that.
Are you really?
Yeah, we're thinking of doing it. We're talking to people about that right now. People have come to us with that sort of idea. It could be on Netflix, it could be on the Beeble, something. Each one is a drama in itself, a little story, and we could explain it because they're so fascinating, the stories behind each letter, as you said. So I would love to do that.
I mean, there's some amusing stuff in here as well, where T.S. Eliot refuses to publish Animal Farm. Big mistake, I think. And some heartbreaking stuff as well. The Keats letter is heartbreaking.
That's some wonderful letters. I mean, Keats is all about death and love and doom, and, you know, it's all very romantic, just as you expect. And he died soon after writing it.
Who did he write it to?
The love of his life, who was everything to him. It's a letter that anyone who studied romantic poetry will find it's part of that movement.
Yeah, who wouldn't want a love letter from Keats?
Who wouldn't want a love letter from Keats?
Think about it. I mean, really, it's the ultimate, isn't it? I'm looking at page 164. John Profumo to Harold Macmillan, 5th of June, 1963. What was that about?
Well, this is the Profumo scandal that really changed the whole nature of British politics, ended the world of public school. He was having an affair with Christine Keeler. She was having an affair with a Russian GRU agent, familiar organisation.
And this was his apology, or?
First of all, he promised that nothing had happened, and he said that to the House of Commons, and he wrote that. Yeah. And this is the letter where he has to admit that he's lied all along.
Yeah.
So this is a pretty significant letter.
And some of these letters, I mean, you go a long way back. You go back to Roman times. I mean, how did you find that stuff?
We got letters from Ramesses the Great. They're from the Amarna letters, amazing cache of letters found in Egypt in a sort of abandoned city. One of my favourites is Mark Antony's letter to Augustus, to Octavian, about Cleopatra. I'm not sure we can read that on the air.
No,
okay,
so let's not.
Harry, I'll move on then.
But it's a very nice letter.
Very nice letter, but let's...
Yeah, what you bring it up for then?
Yeah.
No, it's a good tease.
I was just probing. I was just probing to see how far we could go.
We leave that as it is. Simon Sebag Montefiore's book, written in history, Letters That Changed the World, is available now in hardback, ebook, audiobook, and audio CD. Don't leave it another 20 years before we see you next time.
No, I want to come back already.
What are you writing about next?
Well, actually, next year we're doing speeches that change the world.
Oh, great.
So that will be fun. So can I come back then?
Sure you can, yeah. What are you doing for Christmas? Anything good?
No, I'm not doing anything for Christmas. I'm just going into the countryside and living in complete solitude, not seeing anybody.
I like that. I might join you.
Yeah, do. I love
solitude, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you, Simon.
Thank you.
Take me back to the start. I was just guessing at numbers and figures, pulling your puzzles apart. Questions of science
cross my heart. Tell me you love me, come back and haunt me. Oh, when I rush to the start, running in circles, chasing tails, coming back as we are. Nobody said it was easy. Oh, it's such a shame for us to part. Nobody said it was easy. No one ever said it would be so hard. I'm going back to the start.
Coldplay, The Scientist. News from the net. BBC.co.uk says Reading and Leeds Festival announced headliners the first wave of acts for 2019. Would you like to know? I won't tell you. There we go. The 1975 Post Malone, 21 Pilots and Foo Fighters have been announced so far. Guardian.com says Roald Dahl's Nature Journey My Year republished after decades out of print. The author's final book records his observations of the Buckinghamshire countryside alongside memories of childhood hijinks. That's great. And Enemy.com says Post Malone himself teases new project. 7 months on from his #1 album, Beer Bongs and Bentleys, Post Malone said he's working on a new body of work which could see the light of day before the end of this year. Now, Bobby Pryor.
Thank you, Steve. Northern Ireland. Now, the A8. It's been closed completely between Larne and Templepatrick. So if you're heading onto the Larne Road, there are two separate accidents. Now, these are between Billinaire and Millbrook. So two separate accidents, one on each side of the carriageway. And I'm waiting for more information on any kind of official diversion. At the moment, you're on your own. The A50 south of Knutsford. So just past the railway station turn-off, or just before it if you were heading north. So it's just after Pever. We've got between Knutsford and Ollerton. The A50 closed completely between Sandy Lane at Ollerton and Goffs Lane at Knutsford. The M42 northbound 10 to 11 up to Burton-upon-Trent. Emergency repairs. Got one lane shut past Tamworth, causing queues. To the latest on the M1 northbound closure. Still closed at 25. That's the A52 Nottingham Derby turn. It's an up and over diversion. Now the back of the queue is almost back to 23 for Loughborough. You actually can't see the back of the queue. You think you're fine, and within about a quarter of a mile there it is. And when I'm saying a queue, it is 3 lanes of solid traffic that's hardly moving. Also, eastbound A52 is a real struggle. The M1 southbound at 22 for Colville, we've also got an accident there. One lane is shut. M1 southbound at 15 for Northampton to 14 at Milton Keynes. Again, there's a breakdown. One lane is closed. And the M40 southbound at 2 for Beaconsfield on the exit Slit Road. Still one lane closed with an incident. And then finally, A31, good news, and thanks for the calls. A31 is all reopened at Alma. Back with another one, half an hour.
Thank you.
Standing here in an empty room, I saw you there and my blood ran cold. Take me back to the long September, don't know how I ever let you go. I was young, didn't know about love, you were wild, couldn't get enough. Gave my heart to another lover, don't know how I ever let you go. Find space and time. If only you were mine. But I'm already someone else's baby. Guess I had my last chance, and now this is our last dance. You fell through the cracks in my hands. Hard to say it's over, but I'm already someone else's baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I'm already someone else's. All caught up in the way we were. I feel your hands getting close to mine. Don't say the words that I love to hear. The beat goes on and I close my eyes. Always young and up I love. You were wild, couldn't get enough. Let's leave things the way they were. You stay with me like a lullaby.
Ey, sé que te gustó a ti todavía por mucho que digas. Además puedo ver en tus ojos que no solo quieres quedar como amigos. Tienes mi corazón, eres mi obsesión. Soy tuyo para siempre.
Guess I had my last chance, and now this is our last dance. You fell through the cracks in my hands. Tell myself be stronger. My heart's like a rubber band, and it's such a shame. You'll always be the one who got away. We both know that deep down you feel the same. Hard to say it's over, but I'm already someone else's.
Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. Baby, Clean Bandit, Marina and the Diamonds.
BBC Radio 2.
Simon and Joe with the amazing David Attenborough after Justine's done the news at 5. With us tomorrow, comedy legends Barry Cryer and Paul Merton and Rebecca Ferguson and Robert Willis, Scylla's son. Good evening.